Alright guys, this is Grenade Launcher 101. So one thing I want to point out real quick is that I do not know the rest of these missions in the back of my head like I do the first four, but I know for a fact there are a couple of glitchy parts in this mission, and as usual I will point these out as we go along this video, but it's also difficult to get through as well. So I hope you guys enjoy this.
This is going to be a complicated mission, Fisher. We're running it in cooperation with Displaced International, so your old friend Douglas Shetland will be local.
Good. I can work with Shetland. What's Shetland doing here?
A Ghost Army operation. He'll give you the brief.
Okay, so those who haven't played the GameCube or PS2 versions of Pandora Tomorrow won't know that there is a new beginning section for this mission in particular. And hold on one second. Hey, but it's not difficult to get past. I promise you that. So just watch how I do it.
You got some beer left up there? You're gonna drip all over everything.
Now it's these two guards you have to worry about. You have to wait until they look in opposite directions to be able to get to that grappling hook right there, which looks like a wooden log. Funnily enough. Funnily enough, that funnily is not a word. It's funny enough. Anyways. I'm gonna get right over here, because this guy's gonna come walking in my direction. If I stayed right there, he would have spotted me. So now, we have to wait for him to get back up off his chair, and for him to turn back the other way. It is time consuming, I know, but this will work. Sorry, my throat is like covered in mucus, let's say. But yeah. Is he not going to get up? What is up with you, dude? Jesus. Usually you can get up. Okay. So I guess it just took him a long time to do so. Well, yeah, let's get over here as quick as possible. Get on this grappling hook. And then we're basically moving on at this point. So now we climb right up here just to get on this ledge and drop down 3 ledges. Now you hear that barking, right? And it's because there's a dog right there. That's gonna save checkpoint. You obviously can't get around the dog, and plus that guy is gonna come in, but just give him some time to go away.
The dogs are acting weird.
And once he's walking the other way, you have an opportunity to airfoil around this dog right here. And so he will not be a problem once you go through here. Alright, so we gotta be extra careful in this last part over here. Both those guys are gonna be like patrolling in their own directions, so you kind of have to wait for both of their backs to be turned against you. So we're gonna wait for this guy, but we also have to worry about him as well. Then they're both gonna leave at the same time. Give them a few seconds, then climb up here and bam. Alright. That was not how I expected it to be. Okay, I'm gonna have to get back to you guys here. Alright, so we're back, guys. The part where I screwed up on was not only do I have to worry about him, but I also had to worry about that guy over there still, because he can see me if he's looking in my direction. So we're gonna have to not worry about him for a second, but worry about him more. Wait for him to turn away. We're good. Now we're in the clear to go through here. Make sure when you get past this last guy, you're stuck in the darkest spot possible. Make sure he can't see you through these vines. And once he turns his back to you, you can climb up this pole right here. And you're gonna have to wait for him one more time. Okay, his back is towards you. Alright. So we're done with that. Alright, so this next part here takes up a lot of time and patience. No, it's a lot of timing and patience for this part. So, yeah, just watch how I do it, I guess.
Howdy, Shetland.
Fisher. My God, old man, you keep turning up in unexpected places. I'd hope the next place we met would have been stateside. I'd like to buy you a beer. See how Sarah's doing.
Let's leave home where it is. What's this ghost army business?
Psyops, a distraction.
What's my part?
Your handler should have your objectives. For my part, Saddam who's playing in the yard near the village needs to be sabotaged.
Since I was going to be in the neighborhood anyway.
Much appreciated. I've got a dozen displaced snipers around the camp. You won't see them, but you better believe they're there.
Alright, so now, after you're done with that conversation, we can move on. I really recommend that you walk over here. I know it's not an entrance in the other versions, but in here it is, and it gives you a lot of space to maneuver him. Well, not maneuver him, but rather grab what you need in here, because you're gonna need that for the end of the level, or if possible. So you're gonna wait for him. He's gonna stand there for a second and he'll move toward the next spot. He'll be right there. Now don't get too farther into this corner, because for some reason it is part of the light. And once these two turn around, get in this tent right here, because it is the darkest spot possible. Now we're gonna have to wait for these guys again, because, like I said, this takes timing. So he's walking back up here. He turns around. Wait for him to turn around. Then you're in the clear. Now, just try to wait for him to turn around again, so you can move toward this spot right here. And I don't think those two guys will see you. So just stay right here, wait for the conversation to finish up.
And why are my chances any better than yours? Because you all play the traps. Not all of them. Besides, they're easy to spot. Just look for the tripwires. I can't look for tripwires. I'm drunk. I drank as much as you did. So that should make you braver. Remember, you need to fix the broken mind. Yeah, I'll do it now. Be careful, man.
Maybe not a smart idea to fix a broken mine, because evidently that's what happens. Just something to point out. Well, I think we can get past him. You're gonna have to like disable a couple of these that you can't really avoid. The one in the middle you can definitely avoid, but these two right here you cannot avoid. So there's gonna be a guard right over here. Somewhere, at least. I'm not even sure where he might show up. But let's disable this one right here. There. Alright, to be totally honest with you, I'm not even sure where the guy nearby is at. Oh, he's right there. Never mind. Okay. So, I think he starts pissing at one point. So I think we can go past him. But then there's these mines right here you have to disable again. And I think from there we're good. Just avoid these mines right here. You can't tell there is one over there. But we basically made it to a checkpoint. Alright. So this part right here, I'm not exactly sure how it plays out.
You should be close to Sedano's plane, Fisher.
Really?
Or I just don't remember anyway.
No, we're still waiting for the product of the pilot.
There's something slow today. We've been guarding this plane forever now.
Sedano is checking the place.
Go and double check the back of the plane. That'll keep you occupied.
Why? I just spent the last 4 hours verifying it.
Go!
He turns around. So we stand right here, wait for him to turn sideways,
Work, Fisher.
so you have a clear way to get past him. Now this next part is a little tricky. You can get it done, but it is tricky. I will say no, it's tricky. You basically have to wait for both guys to turn around. One of them is going to turn back around in like a 3 to 5 second span. And in that 3 to 5 second span, you have to flip a switch to open that gate right there.
How much longer do you think they'll be here?
Until they convince the U.S. we're not worth the trouble. Why? Are you saying you don't support Sedano?
No. I've got an allergic reaction to machetes, which makes me a firm Darandando supporter.
Oh, I'm glad to have Sedano here. Suddenly feels like we have a cause beyond money. Somebody to follow.
Yeah, but so many executions.
It's only a process of refinement. Productivity is up, security is tighter. Just keep yourself useful and patriotic so you don't end up on the chopping block.
That was a bit of a mistake right there.
I hear.
Let me get back to you guys here. Alright guys, we're back. Yeah.
Reaction to machetes, which makes me a firm Darandando supporter.
Oh, I'm glad to have Sedano here. Suddenly feels like we have a cause beyond money. Somebody to follow.
Yeah, but so many executions.
It's only a process of refinement. Productivity is up, security is tighter. Just keep yourself useful and patriotic so you don't end up on the chopping block.
Okay. So, yeah. This is the darkest spot you can get to once you open that gate. But you also have to make sure that these two are not looking in the direction that you're going to. Then just get up here a little. Wait for him to turn around.
What?
And I exposed myself to the dark. A little well. Too well, I guess I would say. So yeah, let me retry that real quick. Okay, so you want to keep yourself in the darkest spot possible, but you also want to turn around because there's a guard up ahead and his dog as well. So once he turns around, you're in the clear to go. Now, wait for these guys right here. But also wait for that guy as well because he can still see you.
dogs are acting weird.
They must be hungry.
I don't think so. There's something wrong. It's too quiet.
Hey, you. Do you see something? Are they done with their speeches inside?
No, not yet.
You got some beer left up there?
No, then leave me alone.
Alright, so this part right here is really, really tricky to pull off. Like, it takes timing, but also when you get up to the top of the tower, you had to airfoil around a certain dude just to keep him temporarily dazed so that he doesn't spot you. And as long as you can disregard, and as soon as there is going to be a split second where he does see you, you know, but as long as you don't get a alarm, you can basically just disregard that. We're going to get up here.
Good Lord.
Okay, so that didn't work as well as I thought it would. Let me get back to you guys. Alright, we're back. So, yeah. Basically, you gotta wait for this guy to go back to sleep because he's gonna be laying down on his bed. And then it's just gonna be him and the guy on top of this tower that are patrolling. He's gonna be looking in that direction, and that's gonna mess with your, like, checkpoint system when you get on. I mean, when you get up to the zip line and get to the next checkpoint. So you obviously have to wait for him to be over here and over there. But you also have to give him some room so that you have an opportunity to airfoil around him as well. So when he faces that way, you have an opportunity to climb up this ladder. Now just wait right up here, because you don't want to give yourself away too well. Now give him some space right here. Now, we're done. That turned out better than I thought it would. And sometimes that won't really work out too well, and he will spot you, but surprisingly that turned out better than I thought it would. So yeah, this next part right here has a couple glitchy bullshit type of thingies, and honestly there is no way around them that I can well, one of them, there's no way around one of them that I could think of, but the other, I will point that out as we go.
I'm inside the camp.
The core of your mission is Soprano. He's on site. We need need you to locate and trail him. But again, don't let him spot you.
Pandora tomorrow?
That's the idea. We haven't been able to trace this daily insurance call remotely, so we're gonna need you to get in there with a tap. Fifth Freedom with Sedona Militia. But don't get spotted before tapping the phone. Updates on your OPSAT.
Good afternoon.
It is, sir.
Things are going good.
So obviously you're gonna have to wait for these guys to go about their business. Well, this guy is going about his business, but it's that guy you have to worry about the most. So mostly you have to wait for him to turn around, then you have the free you to do whatever. So now we got out of here. Should work out just fine from here.
Any complications?
Of course. Sedona changes the passcode for entry twice daily. He doesn't write it down. He gives it verbally to his 3 top lieutenants on site.
So I grab one and make him talk.
No, we need to stay discreet. We can't afford to have Sedona panic and skip a call. Use the sticky cam to overhear those conversations. Details on your OPSAT.
You can use your sticky cam to overhear the code.
How does it go?
Real good. We're ahead of schedule.
On?
Product.
We'll meet tonight. I want to review our distribution arms.
I'll be there.
Good. The code for the big house today is 1492. Can you remember that?
1492. I got it.
Good. There's a colonial home overlooking the compound at the end of the village. That's where Sedona makes his Pandora tomorrow phone call. That's where you'll need to be to tap it. Trail him, so you'll be sure to be there on time.
Now, it's this part right here where things do get real sticky. So, since this is a really dark spot over here and you're climbing up the window, he can't possibly see you. But every time I have climbed up that window, he obviously can see me. I don't know how. It's nothing I can explain. It's physics breaking its own law, I guess. Or whoever designed these shitty ports right here did a terrible job with like their AI, or their AI is just too damn smart not to notice it. So yeah, we're just gonna climb up here and see if that appears out of nowhere. See, that's right. That right there. That is exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, there is no way around that. Absolutely no way around that. Because this guy right up here, right down here, I mean, is obviously gonna come up and look for me at the window that I just climbed through. There's like no way around that. There's no explanation for it, no way around it. If you get lucky, he might not spot you. But it's very, very rare. So I'm gonna have to get back to you guys once I get past that. So I'll see you guys in a moment. Alright guys, I am back. So I managed to get past that part. It was really tricky. I had to like sit right on the ledge there and then like take out this light bulb here. So yeah, it is very tricky to pull off, but if you manage it, then I congratulate you for it. So now we just had to get to this window here. All right. So there's another part here that's glitchy. If you don't do anything, however, if you shoot out a certain light bulb, then that result basically won't happen.
Gary,
Yep. Hold on. Shit. Just okay. Okay, that was a bit of a screw up there, and was on my part. But okay. All right. All right. So I have to shoot that light out because if I don't, Sedano and another guard has a conversation, and when that conversation ends, 3 to 5 seconds in and out of the conversation, one of them does get suspicious. It's not something I can explain. It's not. This game is just glitchy in some parts. That's as much as I can say about that. But yeah, to be able to get past these guys, you are gonna have to climb this pole here. It's very tricky to pull off. You have to wait for both guards to turn around. And obviously, that guard's gonna come back over here. So you have to wait like for multiple loops around here. And I think once that guy turns around, I'm in the clear. And here we go. We can easily get past him and this other guard here. Alright. Now be very, very careful in this part right here. Because if you don't time your movements right, someone can spot you. And Sedano is right there. So
I'm concerned about security.
we're in good shape.
if you mess this up,
Don't worry, I'm fine. Bullets can't find me.
then it's game over.
Any risk is worth the confidence my presence gives our men. And the anxiety it causes the West. Have you seen the news reports lately?
I don't watch TV.
Get past him. Now I think you have to wait for that guy to come back. This guy right in front of me obviously does not move. He just goes about his business. And so yeah, wait for him to turn around. Then you are in the clear. And we've moved on to the next checkpoint. Now, one thing I should mention, there is one part in this next checkpoint that is gonna catch someone off guard. But it's very, very minor. And you just had to like time it right in order for them to not see you. There's no way around it, but you can easily find a dark spot to evade
Heads up for you,
that.
Grim.
We're going to be losing touch in a second. There
Here's
must
a
be copper
detail.
coils or some kind of grid ahead of you. The refinery proper is a dead signal hole. Good luck with your airplane, pilot.
We're going to be out of contact as long as you're underground.
I'll try not to get too lonely.
I hear something.
Oh, come on. You didn't hear anything.
Good Lord!
So one thing is in here, you had to get past these guards
Got a heads up for you.
using the ledge or
Be
the
losing touch in a second.
stairs.
There must be copper coils or some kind of grid ahead of you. The refinery proper is a dead
But it's
signal
very
hole.
tricky to pull
Good
off.
luck with your airplane, pilot.
We're going to be out of contact as long as you're underground.
I'll try not to get too lonely.
So I think we're just gonna use the stairs this time and see if it works out in our favor. Right.
Who did that?
So now we had to go around him. Open this door.
Who's there?
But get over here as soon as possible. Wait for him to turn around. Checkpoint. And you're in the clear. I suppose. And just wait for that door to shut. Now, this next part is tricky. Very, very tricky. You have to time it right or you're not going to be able to get past this part in ghosting style.
Is the plane all right? Yes, it's almost ready to go. Go. Don't waste more time.
I don't exactly remember how this goes.
Eternal dirt.
Thank God you've
Move,
I'm sure
damn
I'm
it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to get back to you in a second once I figure things out. Alright guys, I'm back. So basically there's going to be a switch in the room I'm at. Sedano is finishing up his conversation with another guy in the next room. And by the end of it, I had to turn on that switch, but I had to be quick about it because the guy where Sedano spawns, or despawns rather, the other guy spawns in the same spot.
Almost ready to go.
So I had to be quick about it.
Don't waste more time.
Eternal dirt.
Thank God you.
I'm short on time.
This name,
My encryption is.
I wouldn't count on.
How do you know?
I've seen 2 other.
So how do you know?
Money knows everything.
Yeah, just one peek.
Alright, just barely made it. It took me like several tries to pull this off. But you can easily pull it off yourself. And make sure none of those guards can see me. Okay. We're in the clear.
Welcome back to Fresh Air.
Do you have the name?
Fisher, go tap that phone. We'll talk about the names later.
And so obviously he's going to notice you, and if you don't find a dark spot, you will be spotted and it'll be game over. Luckily there's a checkpoint to where that guy spawned, but it's very like annoying. Let's just say.
I'm gonna kill somebody if they don't stop shooting soon. That noise is gonna break my ears. Seriously, they're ringing.
Wait for their conversation
I'm a musician. My ears are very sensitive.
so they can move that
They
way.
always give us this patrol.
We can climb that pole
What
there.
about me? I've got to listen to the constant gunfire and your constant complaining.
I feel like somebody's kicking me in the head.
Now there's an idea.
Alright. Made it up here. Now this next part here is tricky. For sure. If you can pull it off, then I congratulate you. But it is very tricky to pull off. Ooh.
I need help.
Okay, so they caught a glimpse of me because I was in the light. But we're going to try that again because there was a checkpoint. Well, I came through here. Anyway. So, yeah. Hey, come on. That was not cool. Alright, wait for him to turn around again. Okay. It may take you a lot of tries to get past this, but believe me, you will get past this. Just very tricky to pull off. If he turns around again. And here. Now the only person you have to worry about at this point is that guy right there. He's going to be doing his jiu-jitsu or something to do with the punching bag. But he'll get distracted by the dust. And once he does, we can get past him. Alright. Okay, so this last checkpoint is very, very iffy. Not only do you have to time things right, but the ending part seems controversial. Because, like, you know how, like, when Shetland tries to extract you, and he's got the three guys' attention, you basically have to, like, ring airfoil around two of them. One of the three is going to get knocked out, obviously. But it's very controversial. I will say it now, it's very controversial. And you'll see why I say that here. Now, obviously you're going to have to take out both those lights, but wait 15 seconds each. Now, we have to wait for this guy here, obviously.
Who did that?
One's going to pull out their guns, so we have to wait another 15 seconds. The guy is going to take another loop around. And once he's hidden behind the wall there, we can take out that light as well. Right. Wait for him. Right. Now once that's done, you can go around these guys. And it's much easier to do that way because there is a turret right there, obviously. And if these guys spot you, well, without the lights taken out, you're basically screwed. Now this part here is tricky. Timing has to be right in here. So I'm going to get over here. I know I made it look easy, but believe me, it is not that easy. So now we're going to put the keypad code in here. Wait for him to have his back towards you and the other guy down there as well. Because the next, once you get inside this big house, as Sedona would call it, there are going to be some lights. And it will be very tricky for you to pull off. So there's a checkpoint. Wait for this door to close. Yeah,
It's me.
that was
Today's
not
code is
supposed to happen.
0526 5173.
Let's just do this.
It's me. Today's code is 0526 5173 337 3889.
Alright, he's gonna be
Pandora
done with
tomorrow.
his coding business over here.
Today's code is
Once he's done with that,
5173 337 3889.
he's gonna go on the laptop and then leave this room. You want to make sure that door is closed
0526 5173
because
337
he can still hear you
tomorrow.
when it's open. Like, no matter if you're going fast, just to dodge these cameras right here, he will hear you. So we wait for him to go in there. Now all you have to worry about really is these cameras right here. Time it right. And I failed that miserably.
It's me. Today's code is 0526 5173 337 3889. Pandora tomorrow. Good. It's me. Today's code is 0526 5173 337 3889. Pandora tomorrow. Good. It's me. Today's code is 0526 5173 337 3889. Pandora tomorrow. Good.
Okay. Now keep in mind, these are very, very, like, time-consuming moments here. So if you're going to play the Splinter Cell games, you have to have at least some patience to be able to do this. Or to rather pull it off.
Good work, Fisher.
Now, once you get over here, you wait for him to come back out. And once he enters this room, you have an opportunity to leave the room. Because if you stay on that wall, you will get caught by him. It seems stupid, I know, but there's no other way to explain it besides it's Sedona and he's not stupid. So, I'm not sure if he despawned here. Okay, he did. Alright.
Brunton has a comm from Shetland. Says the snipers are in position. They're ready to fire. They'll only be able to take out men wearing red dots, so choose your moment carefully.
Alright, now, I want to warn you now, if you've gotten up to this point, be very careful with how you choose to ghost right past these two guys right here. Because obviously this is a real tricky part right here, since I mentioned it multiple times. You can use ring airfoil rounds, but I can't guarantee that it'll last. Smoke grenades will be a better option for you, most likely, because they will keep the guards distracted. But yeah, whichever one you choose, just be very careful with how you handle it, because they can still catch you. I mean, obviously this is a scripted part right here. There's probably nothing you can do about it, but just be very careful with how you choose your course of action. So here I'm going to use a smoke grenade because it'll last longer as a distraction for those three guards right there. So let's do this.
Fisher, freeze. Don't make a move. Shetland will take you out of there.
Now just go. Go, go, go. It's scripted, so there's nothing you can do about it if they chase you. And I think neither of them really chased me at that point. So yeah. Very tricky to pull off here. And yeah, I'm going to save this right here just for the sake of it. But that is the end of mission 5. If you guys enjoyed this, please give this a like. And if there's any criticisms you guys want for my video editing, please let me know. But yeah, the next mission is not so hard, but very like glitchy in some parts. Well, at least in one part maybe. But there are a couple moments where you're put in tight situations, and you had to accept the fact that there's not much you can do about it, but continue onward with it. So, thank you guys for watching this. I will see you guys in the next video. This is Grenade Launcher 101 signing off.